Have you ever stopped to consider that the questions you ask yourself on a daily basis shape your reality? We live in a world filled with noise, distractions, and endless demands. But amidst all of this, there's a simple, profound truth. The quality of our lives is often determined by the quality of the questions we ask ourselves. Today, I want to share with you the 5 most important questions you should ask yourself every day. These aren't just feel-good ideas or vague concepts. They're deeply practical, rooted in philosophy, and they have the power to transform how you experience life, your relationships, and your personal growth. Let's start with the first question. Am I living in alignment with my values? This is the cornerstone of a fulfilling life. We all have values. Some of them are inherited, some of them are chosen, but all of them define who we are. The first question you should ask yourself daily is whether your actions, your words, and your choices are in alignment with what truly matters to you. You see, when you're out of alignment with your core values, it feels like you're pushing a boulder uphill. There's a deep sense of unease, frustration, and confusion because your external actions are constantly clashing with your inner compass. So, how do you practically apply this? Start by identifying your top 3 values. Is it honesty, family, creativity, freedom? Once you've identified them, ask yourself, are the decisions I make today supporting my values? Do I feel at peace when I reflect on my actions? If the answer is no, it's time to make small adjustments. It could be something as simple as choosing to speak your truth more, prioritizing your health, or spending more time with loved ones. The key is to live consciously according to what matters most, instead of mindlessly reacting to external pressures. Avoidance is the silent thief of growth. Every one of us has things we avoid, whether it's an uncomfortable conversation, a difficult task, or an emotion we don't want to feel. But here's the truth. The more we avoid, the more we create a wall between ourselves and the life we want to live. This question is powerful because it forces you to confront your fears and the things you'd rather not face. When you ask yourself, what am I avoiding? You're opening the door to self-awareness and empowerment. By acknowledging what you're avoiding, you can take the first step toward breaking free from it. Each day, take 5 minutes to journal about one thing you're avoiding. Could it be a conversation with a friend or colleague, an overdue project, or maybe it's just taking time for yourself to heal emotionally? Once you identify it, break it down into actionable steps. For example, if it's a difficult conversation, schedule the conversation, or even write down your feelings first to clear your mind. If it's a task, break it into smaller chunks so it feels less overwhelming. Start with one small step. Avoidance keeps you stuck. Facing it, however, leads to freedom and growth. The present moment is the only moment that matters. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the past or constantly worry about the future. But here's the thing. Life isn't in the past, and it isn't in the future. It's happening right now. When we ask ourselves, am I being present? We're not just asking about our physical location, but about our mental and emotional focus. Are you truly here in this moment, or is your mind wandering to past regrets, future anxieties, or some distant goal you think you must achieve? Here's the practical part. Take intentional pauses throughout your day. Whether it's during meals, meetings, or your morning routine, pause and ask yourself if you're truly present. If you're not, try to ground yourself by focusing on your senses. What do you see, hear, smell, or feel right now? Try the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. This exercise can help you refocus on the present moment and break the cycle of distraction. Life is one long series of lessons, whether we realize it or not. Every day brings challenges, setbacks, and obstacles. But what if we could see those as opportunities? Instead of getting caught in frustration or victimhood, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This shifts your perspective from being a passive observer of life's events to an active participant in your own growth. This question trains your mind to focus on growth rather than blame or regret. It encourages a mindset that views mistakes, challenges, and even pain as teachers. Each night, reflect on your day, no matter how difficult. Ask yourself, what was one challenging moment today? What did it teach me about myself? You might find that the things that upset you the most contain the greatest lessons. These lessons can be about patience, resilience, or simply how you want to approach life differently. You can't pour from an empty cup. The fifth question is perhaps the most important, because it's the foundation for everything else. If you aren't taking care of yourself, physically, emotionally, and mentally, how can you show up fully in your relationships, your work, or your dreams? Self-care is not just about bubble baths and vacations. It's about daily practices that nurture your mind, body, and spirit. Take a moment every day to assess your well-being. Consider, how am I feeling physically? Did I eat nutritious food? Did I move my body? How am I feeling emotionally? Have I allowed myself time to process my feelings today? How am I feeling mentally? Have I taken time to recharge my mind? Maybe through reading, journaling, or meditative practices. Taking 15 minutes a day to check in with yourself can completely change how you show up for everything else. The answers to these 5 questions will not come overnight, and that's okay. The goal is not perfection, it's conscious living. When you begin asking yourself these questions each day, you start to see where you're holding yourself back, where you're missing out on opportunities for growth, and where you're thriving. Over time, they will become a powerful framework that guides your life toward deeper meaning and fulfillment. Remember, you are the author of your own story. The questions you ask yourself shape the plot, so ask the right ones. Live with intention, live with purpose, and every day choose to be better than you were yesterday.